Okay. We're live.
Okay. I have two screens, so if I'm looking over here, that means I'm looking at you, which makes it weird because this is my presentation. This is you. So when I'm not looking at you, I'm actually looking at you. As weird as that is. Um, Make sure I share the right one. All right. You see
Cool.
the feel the pulse thing?
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. Um, so yeah. Well, does this work? Can I put this here? Can you see this?
Oh, wait.
Can you see the video?
I can.
all
Yep.
all my all the screens of video on. I want to see your faces when you're blown away by my wonderful. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I'm a digital marketer, so I think of everything through automation and technology, and it just kind of comes natural to me. So people tend to ask me technical questions all the time. So it wasn't a surprise that I'm here, and I'm glad to walk through it. Um, so as a marketer, I'm pretty particular about how I like things presented and sharing information with people, how it's customizable or not, and I was pretty pleased with the Prime My Body app. So there are a few limitations that I'm a little annoyed by personally, but I think for the average person it'll be fine. I'll cover those as we go. But just so you know, I have an iPhone. If you have an Android or an iPhone, I don't know if they have for a Windows phone or BlackBerry. It doesn't say so on here. So if anyone has one of those old school phones, I'm not sure. But if you go into the Google Play Store on an Android, or as I'm in the App Store of my iPhone, I am not downloading Candy Crush, Marvel Strike Force, or any of these. Toka Hair Salon, certainly not. This is just the trending. So if you go in the App Store and search for PMB Pulse, and I'm just doing this for sake of assuming that you don't actually have it. I have it so I can open it, but this would say get if you didn't have it in the iOS App Store. So you can get it, and then when you open it, it comes up to this dashboard. So my name is not Joseph. I signed up as Joseph, so please nobody call me Joseph. I won't respond to you. I don't know how to change that, but it'll say your name at the top, and I believe your profile is in here. That's the one thing I didn't click, so you can edit that. Ooh, can I edit my name? There we go. You can see the screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So this is casting straight from my phone. So you can change your name, I guess. I didn't know. This is the one thing I didn't do. How about that?
Yay.
All right, we're learning on the fly. My email, my phone number. Please don't spam me. I am not a tech support desk. Please don't call me for every technical question you have in your whole life. I will not answer you. I don't talk on the phone either, by the way. So anyway, cool. I just changed my name. So that's added bonus. That's the bonus training starting from the front. You can change your name. You could probably put a picture in here too, if you want. Yeah, you could put a picture. So anyway, that's your profile, right? So it opens in the dashboard, and I'm actually not gonna. I have some slides here. I'm not gonna start in the dashboard. If you look on the bottom here, there's 5 icons. So dashboard, share, lead, stats, and more. Has anybody not used the PMB Pulse app? I'm just kind of curious if you can drop comments in the if you have not. I'm just kind of I want to know who has and has not even opened this thing before, and then I have to figure out how to even see the comments. Anyway, oh, there we go. Participants, chat. Sorry, I'm just kind of playing on the fly here. I'm looking at you again. Remember, there's my chat. Okay, I have not used it. Okay, cool. Found it difficult. So I can time permitting, I can take some specific questions after I go through all this. If you still have questions, if there's something I did not cover that you found difficult or confusing or just didn't know about. So I'm going to go through as best I know how to explain all the functionality. So the dashboard is the first screen, but I'm going to start in leads actually, because a lot of the functionality within the dashboard requires you to have leads in your app. So if you click on the leads thing in the middle, if you've never used it or if you've never added leads, there will be nothing here. It does not automatically grab all of your leads from your phone. So if you are on the leads tab, and we'll get back to the dashboard and then sharing as well. But again, we need somebody to share with and things to do with. So we're starting with leads. So this icon, the gear icon at the top, and also these are my friends. Please don't call them either. Jamie Tostato is a new customer I had from someone watching a YouTube video of mine, which is very fun. I don't know who she is. She's in California, and I've never met her. It's awesome. So if you click on the gear, it says add from contacts, add new lead, edit multiple. So obviously, if you've never done this before, you cannot edit multiple, let alone one. If you want to manually type in add new lead, you can do that. So you can type a name, first name, last name, phone number, email, whatever information, address, etc. But it would be much easier if you have the contact in your phone. And again, I'm not entirely sure how this works on Android. So if it's a little bit different experience, let me know, you Android people. But it should be pretty similar. So I hit add from contacts and it pulls up my contact book. The first time you do that, it will ask you if you want to allow the phone to, if you want that app to allow it to access your phone number. So just say okay or yes or whatever it is. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's a one-time thing. You give it access, and then it pulls up all your contacts. So these are all my friends and contacts over the years. One downside, I'm going to go down to my slide here. So this is the leads, right? So I'll go back through all this again, but when you pull up your leads from your phone, as you can see here, it's doubled up. Aaron Clark, Aaron Clark, Aaron Eddy, Aaron Eddy, Aaron Kiefner, Aaron Kiefner. Every single piece of contact information you have for any one person, if you have 4 contact methods, if you have 3 phone numbers and an email, or 3 emails and a phone number, they're all going to pull up here in your list. There's going to be multiple names. And the annoying part is, and this, I have a list of things I'm going to put through the jet stream and get people up top to try to fix this. It doesn't say like Aaron Clark. He's an affiliate on my team. I don't know. I could send him videos on text, but I don't know which of these Aaron Clarks is his text versus his email, or if I have his phone number in there twice or whatever. So a little bit annoying, but there's a pretty easy way to get around that. So if I click on both of them, you'll see these check marks come here. So let's just say I was only adding Aaron Clark today, but obviously if you're going to go through your phone book, you'd probably want to check off like every single one of the people that you think you want to be a prospect, that you have. The goal of using the app is to send them videos, or you can send them mantras, or you can set them on a path, and we'll talk about all these things. But it's prospective customers for the most part, and you'll choose all the prospects that you have that you want to follow up with. You can add notes to people, you can set reminders, etc. We'll get to all that. So Aaron Clark, let's just say that's one. You probably have 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 people that you want to add. You can do it all at one time. So I'm going to hit done just to show you how this duplicate thing actually works. Actually, hold on. I need to erase them first. So that's another note I had. If they're in your contacts already, you can't add them again. It'll say failed. So I'm going to delete him and then add him again. Click, because I don't know which is his phone number, which is his email. So it's successfully uploaded 2 of them, and there he is. And 2 Aaron Clarks. It's actually the same entry randomly, but sometimes it'll be an email and a phone. Who knows? Whatever's in my contact record for that one person is what's going to show up, which I don't know. It's kind of like roulette. So if you get a double, you just swipe to the left. If you can, again, this is iPhone, swipe to the left and hit delete. So you can delete that lead because you already have them elsewhere. Click on the lead, and from there you can call, SMS, email. Once you're in a lead that you've added, so you have to manually add all your leads. And then once you're in there, you have stats. So this shows the history, which it's not going to have any history because I just added him, of emails that were sent or videos. I'm pointing to my phone like you can see it, but I remember I have to use my mouse. And then there's a log of all the actions. So I created him. If I go into one of my older contacts, like myself, the log has more stuff, right? So this was me testing all the functionality, just sending myself videos, putting myself on paths, reminders, all the stuff that I'm going to go through that you can do. So for any lead that you have in here, you can look at the log, which is kind of cool. If you forget what you've done with them, you can look at your log. You can look at stats of how much of the videos they've watched that you've sent them. And I'll show you how to access those videos in the library in a second. Obviously, I haven't sent myself any emails according to the stats. So there's stats, log, and then notes. So here's oh, that's interesting. There's a note in here. Joe Kalis is amazing, so handsome and humble. Okay. Yeah, so you can add notes of your contacts, that are actually important and stuff like that. So manual notes, like called Jerry at 2 o'clock on Friday, right? Whatever the notes are, you can add a note. Or he said he was busy through Christmas. I'm sure I'm busy through Christmas. Talk to me in the new year. And then you make a note for yourself. You can put whatever in there. So that's notes. So stats, log, and notes. And again, you can manually call, SMS, or email someone through here. And the difference is, you could do that through your phone as well. But if it's a prospect, you want to do it through the PMB Pulse app because it'll log them, right? It'll put them in your log and it'll track that stuff, the history of what you've done with a prospect. So if you're going to call a prospect, do not do it through your phone. Do it through the PMB Pulse app so that it actually logs it, right? Android does not double them up. Well, maybe I should switch to Android. I actually have been considering switching to Android, but different topic. So yeah, pretty simple. You can, if you hit see more, you can share a video, send a sign-up link, add to contacts. Add to contacts. Oh, so so this is if you manually put it in the PMB Pulse app, you can add it as a contact in your phone. So the reverse, and then schedule a reminder. I'm going to schedule a reminder and just show you how this works. So for 8:50, which Central, which is in 2 minutes, I have to add a title. So I'll just show you how it looks when a reminder comes up. And again, these reminders you could set in your phone as well, but it puts it in the log if you set it here. So reminder scheduled, you can see right there. I just set that. And in 1 minute, it should pull up the reminder. So if you wanted to share a video, this is the library of videos. There's 23 videos that Prime My Body has made available in the library. So you can choose any of these 23 videos. If I wanted to send Dr. Ruan Talks Health to myself in this instance, you can either send it by SMS, or so you can text it to someone, or you can email it to them. So if I hit by SMS, should turn off notifications, like my brother texting me. Hopefully nothing dangerous happens. So they put in a message here. So it says Prime My Body Chief Medical Advice. Go away, Dan. Hope I don't get embarrassed by text from my brother or anyone else. How do I turn that off? I'm going to go in airplane mode.
Airplane mode. That's what I just did.
Okay. Hold on. Pardon me for a second. This one. Oh, shoot. I hope this still projects my phone if I turn this off. All right, bear with me. Hang on. Did I kill it?
They're still here.
I know, but I think I killed my phone. Yeah, I can't do airplane mode. Okay, I'll just quickly turn off any notifications. Okay, sorry about this. Oh, now I need to turn this thing back on. Okay, we're back. Pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so when you're in a contact and you want to send them a video, it sets up default text. So you can leave this in here, or you can modify it, or you can delete it all and put in whatever message you want. You can just put your finger over it and change it all up. Whatever, you can put whatever message you want, and then you have to add a receiver. But if you send a video through a contact, it's already in there. So you just hit share. And then ironic. So this is basically sending a text to myself. So it would be to your friend, whatever. Hopefully I haven't sent myself any weird text I don't want you seeing. So yeah, so there's the text that shows up when you text it to someone else. And I apparently sent myself the same one earlier. And if you click on it, now this is so there's my reminder. The title and message. So it comes up as a push reminder from the app, not a reminder on your phone. That's what I was wondering. So you have to have notifications allowed from the PMB Pulse app in order to get those reminders. I, for one, turn off all reminders because otherwise my phone will be blowing up 24/7 with distractions. So by default, I turn off all reminders. I don't know what you guys do with your phones, but if you want to set reminders in the app and actually see them, you have to go into the set. I can show you how to do it on iPhone, but so if you go into settings and then notifications, it'll list all the apps on your phone, and you just go down to PMB Pulse app and you allow notifications. I, again, by default, don't allow notifications on any apps except for a very few, just because, I got squirrel syndrome. I get really distracted. So just know that if you want those notifications, they have to be turned on if you want the reminders from the app. So it could be a cool thing, like if you're busy and you need that someone tells you to call them back in 30 minutes, you set a reminder in the PMB Pulse app, call Jimmy back in 30 minutes or something like that, instead of putting a calendar event in your phone, and then it'll remind you as long as your notifications are turned on. It's an IT issue. Dr. Aaron's video is sent no matter what videos. Okay, so Mimi, I'm gonna test your theory here. So I sent that text to myself. If I click on it, you're saying that Dr. Aaron's video will show up regardless. No, so I got Dr. Ruan's video, so that does not hold water with my phone, at least. So Mimi, you might want to talk to PMB support. So this is the cool part. So I'm a prospect now. This is Joe the prospect, not Joe the person training on the app. I sent myself this information because I told myself that I was interested in hemp oil, and I sent myself some information. Oh, there's another note. Okay, so I got a notification that I opened the video. So I turned on all notifications. So I guess I'm getting I hadn't seen that before. So you get notified when people take actions on the things that you send them, which is kind of cool. So as a prospect is looking at this, you can watch the video.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Cheng. I am the Chief Medical Advisor.
Right, so they'll be watching the video, and from here, again, as a marketer, I'm very judgmental, I guess, about the experience of communication with people in the marketing process and the sales process. But this is very cool because they make these buttons so obvious, and there's every single method possible to contact someone. So once they watch Dr. Ruan, then they can call you. I keep pointing at my phone again. They can call you, they can email you, they can text you, they can visit your specific site. They can enroll if they know what that means, or if they're just curious enough and they do it, or they can go to the store in general. So it's the site versus the store. This is very cool. This is something that I've been part of many multi-level businesses, network marketing, direct sales, whatever you want to call them, and I've never seen anything like this from a company. So this is pretty revolutionary that we have an app that you can send out video. First of all, that creates videos. Second of all, that you can send them to prospects. Third of all, that you can log them and see, and you get notifications that they actually watch them. This is top-notch stuff. It's super powerful. Even if you're not a marketer and you don't know the power behind that, but it's all about attention and follow-up. So this makes it incredibly simple to follow up, to communicate with your prospects, and to allow them to talk to you as well. So if you haven't used that, this is what the prospect sees when you send them a video, and it's amazing. And there's a free form here. Where may I send you some more information? If they put in their name, email, phone number, then you've got their information, even though you probably already had it because you texted it to them. But it's super cool. This is a really, really powerful form that is automated, and it automatically tracks to your account, because in the URL here, if you look up in the URL bar, it says share/Kalis, which is my username. It'll have your username in there. And it shows which video. So that's all the tracking stuff. This is all the nerdy tracking marketing crap that you don't need to care about, but just know that it's happening, and it's noting everything that's happening. So if I were to text myself, or actually I'm gonna go to shop now. Let's click that button just to pretend that I was shopping for myself. I'm assuming it would log that in the app. So I'm going to go back to the app, and then in the log, it will show that the video is sent, the video is open, the video is watched, and I'm wondering if it will show up in a little bit that I actually clicked on it. I'm not sure entirely. I didn't follow that all the way through, but that's a cool log that you know all that stuff. So if I go into stats again, you can see that I've watched 1% of the video because I played it for 3.46 seconds. This is crazy stuff. Like programmatically, it's not easy to do this sort of tracking. So I'm super excited that the company did this for us. And it's very powerful. What else? So there are these things called action paths as well, moving on. And again, I am lost. Wait, I am lost where you are. Lynn, I'm in the leads. I'm in the leads tab on the bottom, the one right in the middle. Does enroll mean sign up as a rep? Yes, it does. It means sign them up as an affiliate. I assume, let me see if I go in here. I mean, you guys can play around with it too, but you can also send sign up link, which is kind of fun. Let's see what that does. Okay, so where does that send me? I've never been to that website. Let's see what that looks like. So Together We're Changing Lives. This is the landing page that Prime My Body put together. It has the opportunity video here. It has the enroll button many times. What are you waiting for? Some urgency. So this is pretty cool. That's what it looks like when you send them your sign up link as well. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully Lynn found her way. So action paths. So again, share a video, send a sign up link, add the contact, schedule a reminder. Those are all pretty straightforward. Action paths are kind of cool, kind of limited. So again, I need some feedback on if you guys think it's limited or if it's just because I'm a pretentious marketer that wants more all the time. If you go to action path, there are, I'm going to abandon path so I can show you what it looks like when you don't do anything, when you haven't done anything yet. So this lead has no path set. Choose an expertly crafted path to get recommended action. So if by expertly crafted, it means that Prime My Body set them up, and you have to follow the path. You cannot create your own path. That's what they mean. So if you click that, you get 3 paths available: hemp oil prospect, PMB opportunity. So if you want to tell someone about the opportunity and to become an affiliate, or why PMB hemp oil, so specifically why Prime My Body. So prospects for customers, prospects for affiliates, and why Prime My Body. So if you click on any one of these, or if you click on the eye, it'll show you what the follow-up funnel looks like. So there's this little funnel or a path, I guess marketers call them funnels, but they're calling it a path. So hemp oil prospect, they're in your app. There's a follow-up that's sent, or you follow up with them. Then you send them information on how it works, and then you follow up with them again. So each step along this way, the app is telling you to do certain things. So it's prompting you to take these actions for a hemp oil prospect. So if I were to add that to my contact, it says action pass 0%. I haven't started it. So the hemp oil prospect, that's the recommended action. If you hit do it, it'll say this person is looking for a product to market that is trending and is incredibly unique. Could use some information to learn how it helps to optimize the mind and body. Select take action to text the why hemp oil video. So if I hit this take action button, again, it'll send the link to the video with this sort of thing. The buzz is hemp oil. Take a minute to hear from Dr. Erin, a naturopathic doctor. She explains how this hemp oil can change your life. Again, you can change this if you want. You can delete it all. You can keep it as it is. You can do whatever you want. Text it to your prospect. So that's pretty cool. So that's the first step. Let's see what happens when I do that. So it knows that I did that, and it washed it away. So now I'm 14.29% done with this path. I as the prospect got the text, and I can click on things. And then the next recommended step is the follow-up, like we showed in the path. So we can view full path. So next one is follow-up. So the hemp oil prospect turned green because we fulfilled that step. And now the follow-up is pulsing at you. So that's the step that prospect Joe is on, right? So it walks you through this cool funnel of follow-up that you don't have to think about it. You don't have to come up with your own strategy. You don't have to come up with your follow-up sequence. Prime My Body has put together a sequence that they think is most effective for you to talk to prospects, and it's great. So it takes the guesswork out of it, but for people like me who like to change everything and jerry-rig things, I would prefer if I could modify this, but you can't. So that's just That's a downside. If you had any desire to add steps, take out steps, change steps, you have to follow these paths as they are, which is better than nothing. Again, this does not exist in any business that I've ever seen. Not saying it doesn't, but it's just cool that Prime My Body is on the leading edge of technology with support for affiliates. So those are paths, right? Okay, read my Bible, great. Now I'm gonna forget that and not do it later tonight because I swiped it. So again, there's, you can change paths. So the PMB opportunity, if I hit the I, you can see what this one is. The other one had a couple branches of if they did this, then go this way. If they did that, go that way. It's kind of a choose your adventure sort of thing. This is just a straight through PMB opportunity. Then you follow up, and then you talk about how to make money, and then follow up, and then you share the timing video to encourage this lead. So you can fart around in here and look at them and all these steps. Put yourself through these paths and see what it does, and then determine if that is something that you want to send to your prospects for customers or affiliates. And then why hemp oil and why PMB, they talk about Christopher Shade, I'm sure, the formulator. You follow up with them. They talk about it being a differentiator. All along these steps, you're just sending videos, I assume, and then affiliate or customer. So it's just giving them an option which way they want to go. So those action paths are very cool, but limited to whatever Prime My Body put in there that they think you should follow. So there's that. Doris, you only have 21 because I paid them 1,000. No, just kidding. I have no idea why you have 21 and I have 23. You can filter them. So I'm going to go to my dash. So I'm pretty much done with leads. We'll probably touch on some of that later, but I'm going to go to dashboard now. Did I cover everything? Can't see the contact information when choosing a new contact, like the Aaron Clark example where 2 names came up but no contact info. Adding a lead will fail if they're already in your list, and you can't create your own custom paths. I covered all that stuff. So scheduling a reminder, I showed you how to do that. I added a contact and did all this. So, okay, so to the dashboard. Pretty simple, straightforward, news notifications, recommended actions, mantras, and a help center with a couple videos that talk about everything I'm explaining right now, and some FAQs, which you'll probably not have questions about anymore after this training. So in the dashboard, if you want to go to the first icon, Lynn Tuma, go to dashboard. Everybody can switch from leads to dashboard. You can go to news, hit the see more. And there's 21 news articles. Maybe, Doris, are you looking at news instead of videos maybe? Because there's 21 there.
You know what? Maybe that is what I was doing.
Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. You can figure that out. If it's not, then you can follow up with a question a little bit later. So the dashboard has news, which you can just click. You can click on the see more, but I keep clicking. Right here is see more, view details. You have to click these red links to get into the section. Or actually, you could probably just click on the Akamal, whatever. So see more lists them all, right? So there's 21 here. You can catch up on them. You can filter by category. So if you only want to see news about any of these sorts of things, MGMT, I don't know if that means management, I'm not sure. So yeah, so you can filter what news you want to see if you care about reading the news updates. So you can see there's probably 1 or 2 a month on average, maybe a couple months skipped, but Texas update, fraudulent orders, some of these things that mostly Lori tells you about anyways, is in there. So notifications, if you click view details, these are just notifications across the board of all your contacts of things that happened in your app. So, it's notifications of, right. So these are the notifications that I set up in my contacts. So all my test reminders and the notification that popped up, those are those. And that people open your video, but notifications come from the company as well. So Thursday night overview call, hemp weekends and midnight, it's hempening, BOGO, promo extended. So this is more like some news stories, and you can filter them as well. Okay, so yeah, this is new leads and general information. So anyway, you guys can look into that on your own. Mantras are pretty cool. They're basically GIFs that you can send, like memes or images or whatever you want to call them. If you wanted to tell people about the Farm Bill, you can click on the Farm Bill image and you can send it by text or email to anyone, and it will show up just like I showed with the video, where they can contact you back. So if I were to SMS this to myself, so from here, if I want to send it via SMS, you can also go into other apps. Yeah, so hit yes. So I can actually send this through any other, I use Slack, I use Drive, Evernote, all these things. If I want to send it through Facebook Messenger, for instance, or Voxer, or Slack, if you use Slack, or if you want to post it on your Facebook wall, or through Twitter, any of these apps are just pulling from my phone. If you don't have these apps, you obviously won't see them, but those are extra apps that you can share this stuff through. So I'm just going to say by SMS. And if you're not in a contact record already, it's going to have no receivers. It's just got an image. It doesn't know where to send it. I'm just going to leave the text how it was. The 2008 Farm Bill has nearly made its journey around Capitol Hill. So that's old. It has made its journey around Capitol Hill. But let's just pretend I was going to send, wow, that's really long. And for some reason at the end, it says Lauren. I don't know who Lauren is. She must have wrote these things, but I'm not Lauren. So I would delete those. And check the link to make sure it actually works and goes somewhere, because this one in particular, this might not be the case with all these images, but
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
I have good news, bad news. Good news is you're rocking it. Bad news is we're going to cut off. So can we stop the recording here? All of us hop off and then hop back on again and continue in part 2?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Sorry. So we're going to hop off and then we're going to hop right back on.